What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another uniform review video. Alright, so we have two new uniforms with this update here. We've got Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, which is actually quite nice. I've been hoping that they would get a new uniform, and hopefully they're going to be good uniforms. I haven't tested them out yet or really looked at them, but yeah, very excited for these two new uniforms, especially for Scarlet Witch, and actually they're both getting their tier 4 as well with this update. So yeah, a lot of nice stuff here for Scarlet and Quicksilver. And I guess we'll start off with Quicksilver since he is the first one on the list here. So here we have Mightiest Avengers Quicksilver, which basically just changes a little bit of the color from what, yeah, his base uniform. Basically just a color change. Oh, he's got a haircut as well, huh? You just got shorter hair. Yeah, so that's going to be Quicksilver's uniform there. So what do we got? Changes to both of his passives, and then we have 10% speed, 20% chain hit damage, which I think is the same, right? Yeah, 10 and 15, 10 and 15, or no, 10 and 20 now. So he gets extra 5% chain hit damage. Okay. Tier 3, I don't think any of this has changed, doesn't look any different. Passive, guaranteed dodge by 45%, ignore targets dodge by 50%, 40% skill damage, and 35% bonus damage. Those all look the same to me. There might be a 5% increase in something, maybe. Yeah, 5% increase to bonus damage. And that is it, right? No, 5% to each? What was it? No, only a 5% to skill damage, not bonus damage. Okay. Passive, 70% chance to penetrate everything. We've got super armor and all defense by 30%. I think that all defense is new. Can't really tell, doesn't list it there. But yeah, I think the all defense is new. And then we've got nothing on the first skill, nothing on the second skill. Third skill, we have 5 seconds of invincibility. That's pretty nice. I don't think that was invincibility before. I think that was just damage immunity. We have 30% heal. We've got remove all debuffs, increase all attack, all defense by 50%. That's a pretty big buff. I think it was like 40% before, so I think that might be a little bit better. 1% speed, 20% crit rate. Okay. And the fifth skill, we've got dodge by 30%. We've got damage accumulation when attacking. It's a 1% one, and I believe that's exactly the same amount of accumulation he had before, so nothing's changed there. So I think a lot of his damage, if he's getting more damage, is going to be from the skill animations, like more hits to take advantage of that chain hit damage. Because I don't think there's much different in terms of the skill buffs here. Like I said, it might be a little more for that all attack, all defense. Maybe that was like 40% before, so he might get 10% there. But the main thing is he's getting his tier 4 and access to level 80. So, first skill. Okay, very quick. We need to get rid of this. There we go. Second skill. Interesting. We should be able to just... we cannot cancel that. Interesting. Third skill. Okay. Is that the... Did he have an ignore targeting one? I don't know if we did. Can we cancel that one? Hit the ground, move. Yes, we can cancel the third skill. Okay. Fourth skill. Puts on his goggles and off he goes. Okay. Fifth skill. Ooh, there comes Scarlet, and yeah, Scarlet, and he's running around doing that. That looks like one we could probably cancel. Let's see. So wait for that. Yeah, so we just missed out on his running around right there. Yeah, so I think we just missed out on his stuff. What if we wait a little bit longer? Yeah, so you still lose Quicksilver's involvement in the fifth skill, but it still looks like it should be good to cancel. So I probably want to do 3, 5, 4. Yep. Probably just like everything else, 3, 5, 4, because 3 had invincibility on it, right? Yeah, so we get the invincibility so we can't get guard broken out of our skills. Boom, and then we go in there, and then, yeah, that looks good to me. 3, 5, 4, and then maybe you can fill in with 2 and 1 when you want to build up your tier 3. And let's see if the tier 3 has any changes besides just like coloration. That does look different, actually. Yeah, that does look like a different animation. So can we cancel that? Yes, we can. So we're probably going to want to do 3, 5, tier 3, 4. I think I needed to wait a little longer for that. So let's do maybe something like that. Yeah, because I think you have to wait till the after images appear, and then you can cancel the tier 3, right? Let's do one more quick one. So if I instant cancel... Yeah, I cannot instant cancel. Yeah, you gotta wait for the after images. Okay. Alright, now let's just see what they recommend. So, they want you to start with 5. Always the opposite. I always like to do 3, 5, and then the skill. They like to do 5, 3 every time. Oh, wait, you're supposed to wait longer for the... For the third skill? Why do you need to wait longer? I don't think there was anything in particular that you got for waiting longer. I don't know. I didn't think you needed to wait any longer than that. And then do we cancel... They want to let the tier 3 play out? Interesting. 5, 3, 4... Oh, I think we still got the dashing from the 4th skill even though we canceled it. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so I mean... He looks good. He doesn't look much different than like his previous uniform in terms of like the skill animations. It looks like getting close to the same amount of chain hits. The rotation seems a little less damage proc friendly because normally with these other uniforms you could just use like a CTP of energy and be perfectly fine. But this one seems like it might be a little more difficult to use the CTP of energy on him, which I believe that's my current build on him. I do have a CTP of energy, unless I took it off at one point, but I don't think I did. But anyway, he is looking good. I will be getting him to level 80, but I'm not going to be buying this uniform right now just because I do not have the crystals to get both uniforms. And of course, I'm going to prioritize Scarlet because I really like Scarlet Witch. So I'm going to be getting her uniform no matter what, even if it doesn't look that great. So Quicksilver will just have to wait until I get enough crystals to buy his uniform, and then I'll try him out. So Scarlet Witch. So here we have Scarlet Witch with her classic, I guess they're just going to call it. So Scarlet Witch for Scarlet Witch. And what do we got for the uniform here? Both of her passives. We have ignore dodge by 25%, mind damage 35%, decreased damage received by 30%. I believe all that's the same except for the mind damage is a little bit higher. I think it was like 25% before, or maybe it was 30%. But she always had the ignore dodge and she had the damage reduction, so that should be the same. Tier 2 passive. 25% guaranteed crit, 60% chance to penetrate. Looks like everything. Yeah, everything there. Increased skill damage by 40% and bonus damage by 40%. Again, we probably have a 5% increase there. It's somewhere for the skill or bonus damage, and that's probably it. And then we've got 10% chain hit damage, 30% attack, 30% defense, and 1% speed. Was that the same as before? No, she didn't have the chain hit damage. I thought that looked new, the chain hit damage. All right, so she's gaining chain hit damage, so that's good. And no, those were both 40% before. So, oh, so she got the guaranteed crit rate. So guaranteed crit rate is new, and then the chain hit is new. Okay. That could be a good increase in damage, getting chain hit damage when she didn't have any before. That's actually going to be a nice stacking buff there for her. All right, nothing on the first skill. Second skill, we've got accumulation here, 10% of pure damage when attacking, and she has a 0.5% one, which I never understood why hers was so low compared to all the other accumulation characters, but it is a little bit better because it used to only be 0.4 before, so now she gets an extra 0.1% for her damage. Ooh, we'll see if that actually makes a difference. Third skill, 35% mind damage. Fourth skill, we have damage immunity for 5 seconds, and then the fifth skill, we've got a 20% heal and 7 seconds of invincibility. Interesting. So not a ton of buffs here. She's not really getting any, yeah, she's not getting any all attack or anything. Huh. All right, well, let's see what the skills look like. All right, first skill. Ooh, that's pretty cool looking animation. Second skill. Another nice animation. Third skill. Oh, nice. Got a lingering vortex there. Okay. Fourth skill. Very cool animations, though. I'll give them that. Fifth skill. Okay, lots of stuff going on. All right, so what can we cancel? All right, so third skill for the tornado. We could probably, can we instant cancel that? We can. Okay, because this didn't give a tornado. Yeah. Okay, so we can instant cancel the third skill. The fourth skill. We do not want to instant cancel the fourth skill. Fifth skill. Yes, we can cancel the fifth skill. Okay, so we want to do 3, 5, 4. 3, 5, 4. Or as they're probably going to want to do it, a 5, a 3, a 4. I'm betting that's what they will suggest. Actually, that felt a little more fluid, maybe? I don't know. And now, tier 3, did they change that at all? No, still got the flower version with the rocks. Okay. So that has not changed. Or not the flower, the butterfly is what I'm talking about. So we're able to cancel that before, yeah, when she slams the ground. Still able to cancel it, okay. So with the tier 3, you probably want to do tier 3 first, hit the ground, do 5, 3, 4. Yeah, alright, let's see what they want. Oh, they're wanting to add other stuff in, okay, so 2, 1, 3, 5, 4. So they just cancel everything. I guess the second skill and the first skill were very short animations, but they actually do want the 3, 5, 4. Okay, that's good. And then the tier 3 cancel at the start, or cancel that after 2 and 1. Oops, said the wrong one. What did 2 and 1 do? So why are we throwing these in? Do they have a buff? Oh, 2 had the accumulation on it. Yeah, of course we want 2 on the rotation. For some reason I thought the accumulation was on the third skill. And then this stacks mind resist down, which is not going to work in War Boss Legends, so I don't really need to worry about that. But yeah, definitely need to use the second skill for that accumulation. So yeah, I could see that. Okay, yeah. Looking good. So definitely be buying this uniform. I think I still have, I should still have Rage on her. I don't think I switched it to Judgment. I think I have Rage on my Scarlet Witch, but we can just check. Where are you, Scarlet? There she is. Okay, yeah, I still have Rage on her. So we'll level up that uniform at one point. Does that break any of my... I guess we could get a little more crit damage on her. But yeah, besides that, looking pretty good. So you know what? We can test her really quickly. Quicksilver, like I said, I'm not going to do till later once I get a few more crystals to buy his uniform. But Scarlet here, we can go ahead and bring in against Kang. Alright, so Scarlet does have her own self-buffing leadership, but I like to test characters with this team here. So we're just going to go ahead and hop in. I just want to get an idea of what she's looking like with this uniform, and then I'll probably do a showcase on her a little bit later. But for now, let's see what we got here. And she is still level 70, so I haven't got her to level 80 yet. I'm still waiting on unlocking her potential, which that'll probably be when I do the showcase video once I get her to level 80. And we will, oh, whoops, I didn't do her accumulation at all. So that was without accumulation. Okay. Ah, the blade twisters. I hate those dang things. All right, you're going to do your jump attack? Do the jump attack. I want to see... I want to wait for him to do that attack. There we go. Okay. So now let's see what we got. Okay, so with accumulation, a little bit better, but not great. And then with the tier 3, okay, with the tier 3, it definitely looks a bit better. Yeah, I think you can pretty much do those in any order you want. As long as you get the fourth skill as your final skill. I don't think it matters too much. Like I'm just throwing in the second skill. Oh, there we go. That was better damage. I'm just throwing in the second skill after the fifth skill just because it feels a little bit easier for me to, I don't know, click the rotation at that point. You know, got blasted by the fake kings there, but I don't know. Their damage didn't look too impressive, but I mean, I think it's better than her she was doing before. I guess we could take a quick look to see if it is any different than her previous. Where is it? There we go. No, not uniform list. I meant to equip. Alright. So remember, I think this uniform rotation was very similar. Alright, so do 2, do 3, we'll do 4, then we do 5 with the proc. Rage, you are taking a vacation, aren't you? What is going on with the rage? Rage, I need you to activate. There we go. That's pretty similar damage. Alright, so let's do that. The damage is similar, but I will say this uniform does feel a little clunkier to do the rotation. So the new uniform does feel a little bit smoother, at least with the skill rotation. I'll give it that. But I am going to test a little bit more. But right now, it does look like a damage bump. It doesn't look like a significant damage bump, but it is oh, wait, we're still at normal as well. So we are still missing like 30% attack. Okay, so that could also be it. So we do get a damage bump there. The rotation feels smoother. And now that she has her access to tier 4, she could probably be a really strong character, which is good. I definitely want her to be powerful, and I will probably be getting her to tier 4 as soon as I'm able. I'll probably do a video on her at level 80, and then I will do maybe a separate video at tier 4 so I can kind of get a comparison there. But overall, I'm happy with Scarlet Witch's uniform. Again, still waiting for the get her to level 80 to see how happy I am. Quicksilver, I didn't actually purchase the uniform, but it does feel like the uniform is going to be a lot better than his previous uniform. It just feels like you're now going to maybe need a rage opposed to the previous uniform being okay with an energy, just because the skill canceling doesn't seem very damage proc friendly. It seems like it'll be very, very easy to proc early with Quicksilver. So that's probably my only complaint, is now it seems like more and more of these newer uniforms that they're releasing are just like uniforms that want to be activation type CTPs, because the rotation requires you to delay a skill to cancel into the next one, or you have a lot of hits that happen instantly when you do the first skill in the rotation before you even get to your DPS skill. So rages and judgments just seem to be kind of most of the time what you'd want to run on these characters, and not so much like an energy or destruction or something like that, which is kind of disappointing. I want them to make more uniforms that are damage proc friendly, so you can use your energies and destructions and not feel like you have to use rage just to get the, you know, the most out of your character here, or to be able to use the optimal skill rotation. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Let me know what you think of the uniforms down below. I'm curious to know, but that's going to be it here. Hopefully you enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.